Hi, I wanted to quickly talk about the exam, real quick. First off, just very first off, you really got to set up your honor lock first. You've got to be in a Chrome browser and you need to set up the honor lock extension. So, if you go to the content for week 3, however you like to get to it, here we are. You'll see underneath the Unit 1 quiz upload folder is this document on honor lock proctoring, which is a document that was put together by the college. Uh, Also, underneath, so you need to do that first. You've got to set up all your honor lock stuff so you don't get frustrated when it's time for you to take the exam. Mark my words, okay? And once you set it up one time, you're set up for the rest of the semester. But this first time is always a little bit difficult. The next thing, and this is the way that every exam, at least right now, how I have them planned will go. We'll see what happens with the next exam and how well this one goes. First, you'll click on here on our student consent for participation of the online proctoring service. That just is you acknowledging the fact that you will be proctored. I want you to be very careful to read all of these directions clearly and be mindful, very mindful of the camera setup and recording expectations. Okay, this is like as if you were in class with me where I could put my eyes on you. So if you set your camera up and all I can see is this part of your forehead and I cannot see your workspace, that's really a problem for me. So you might have to get a little bit um, creative in the way that you set that camera up for me. Okay, but I need to clearly see your workspace, your hands, the papers you're writing on, all of that will be recorded. Okay. They'll be recorded, they'll be reviewed, and if anything is fishy, then I'll bring the issue to you and we can discuss unless it is blatantly something that I'm not willing to discuss. Okay. Also, your work is only valid within the window of your proctoring. So keep in mind that you have a proctoring window, right? And I have timestamps and things like that. And all of that is part of the design of the on your honor exam here. Okay, so be sure that you read all this. I spent a lot of time writing it up to make sure that it was clear. And if you have any questions at all, if you're unclear at all, please send me an email. Request a Zoom meeting. This exam is not due until next Sunday, so you should have gracious plenty time to reach out to me with any questions and concerns. All right, please don't wait until Saturday night or Sunday afternoon next week to start doing this, or you're going to have a bad time. Okay, and it'll only be because you weren't already set up for it. All right. Now, what's going to happen after you do this student consent for participation, another quiz is going to pop up. It's going to show up right before the 3 exams you see here. It's going to show up right there. And when it shows up, that's the next step. That is the remote exam quiz. And you will click on that. That starts your honor lock. If you access your exam before honor lock, if you do anything regarding the exam before honor lock starts recording you or after honor lock stops recording you, then I am going to consider the exam invalid. All right. So be real clear. get more answers from me and stuff like that. All right. Now, with all that said, I am very rigid with my principles, but I am not a raging witch, right? I am pretty flexible with practice. And if you come with me with reasonable issues in a reasonable time frame, then we can work around things. But do not load me up with a whole bunch of emails next Sunday telling me you can't do this or that because you've had a whole week to make sure you were set up. Okay, so forewarned on that. Let's see. The last important thing I said here is work is only valid if it's completed in that window. And what is that window? Well, you will have a total of 85 minutes. You will have about 70 minutes to take the exam and about 15 minutes to get your exam scanned and uploaded into the folder. That should be ample time. There are four questions that deal with dimensional analysis, and then there are 8 financial questions, of which you must do 7. You need to identify whether you're dealing with a compound interest, an annuity, or a payout annuity / loan. Once you identify those, you need to know whether you're solving for what variable. Are you solving for the payment? Are you solving for the total amount? Are you solving for the total amount of interest at the end? Be sure to read the questions very clearly. And then choose the right formula. Speaking of formulas, no notes are allowed. Do not bring in any notes to this exam. I have provided for you on the last page of your exam all of the formulas and the conversion factors that you will need to be successful on the exam. Okay, let's see. I think I've covered everything, but let me look at my notes and make sure that I have set up the honor lock first. Remember, you're going to have an extension. You take the consent quiz, and that opens up the remote exam quiz. The remote exam quiz then starts the honor lock recording. Once the honor lock recording starts, then you will be able to open up your exam. You will see here that 3 different exams show up on mine, but only one exam will show up on yours. I have assigned everyone a group and I've assigned you a specific exam. Okay, so let me tell you that. You can complete the exam on the computer using an e-pen and save it as a PDF and return it to me. You can print the exam off and complete it, or you can just complete it on paper. But what I will tell you is to be sure that you write dark enough that after you scan it, I can see it. I don't know how many times last semester I did not get things that were written dark enough for me to even read it. And I can't grade something I can't read. Okay. So it is very important and it is your responsibility to make sure that it is legible, clearly labeled, and clearly written. Okay. All right. Also, it needs to be in a single PDF, just like you've turned in your other work. I've noticed several of you have not followed that direction, so be sure you understand what that means before you don't turn in this exam to me in the right format. Again, I said no notes allowed. I provided you formulas. Okay, and finally and last, please reach out to me. Email and or request a Zoom meeting or whatever, but read everything that I've provided for you. Read all the directions I've provided for you. Of course, you're watching this video, so thumbs up on that and good luck. All right. Y'all have a good day.